Hello friends, a very warm welcome to the Crochet Hook channel. Today we are going to see how to crochet this beautiful Lumba Rakhi. This is one more addition to the Lumba series, and here I have created with lots of beads and with a square crochet flower. You can give it richer look with the beads and decoration of your kind. This is how it looks on both the sides. I have added different colors. So here I have used different shades of Hobby India crochet thread and a 2mm crochet hook to crochet this square flower. Nextly, a sewing needle, few stitch markers, a ruler, a pair of scissors and different shapes of beads for the decoration. These are the smaller ones. I have the bigger beads as well. I'll just show you. These are the bigger golden beads. So let's get started with creating this beautiful Rakhi and have fun crocheting this Rakhi. Add colors of your choice. So here to begin with, work a slip knot like this. And chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Insert the hook into the very first chain here. Work a slip stitch to join the magic ring. The magic ring is formed. Chain 3, 2, 3. Beginning first round, insert the hook into this ring like this with your yarn over and work 1 DC. Chain 3 also counts as a DC. So here we have 2 DCs. The next DC 3. Just create DCs around this ring like this. A total of 16 DCs to be made. Just keep counting till you reach a number of 16, including chain 3 as well as a DC. So after chain 3, work 15 DCs. And in this top third chain, insert the hook and work 1 slip stitch to join this round. So this completes round 1. For the next round, chain 3 and in the same space here, work 3 DCs. 1, 2 and 1 more, 3. That makes it to a total of 4 DCs. Now chain 3, because chain 3, the beginning chain 3 also is counted as a DC. Now again work 4 DCs in the same stitch below. 1, 2, 3 and 1 more, 4. So in the same stitch we created this first corner of the flower with 4 DC, chain 3, 4 DC. Nextly skip the next stitch, the next DC below, into the next to next DC or the second DC below, work 1 SC here like this. Skip the next stitch, again yarn over and into the next to next stitch in the third stitch here. Work the second corner, so work 4 DCs, 2, 3, 4, 4 DCs, then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, work 4 more DCs here for this corner 2 in the same stitch. 2, 3 and 1 more, 4. Second corner for the flower is created. Skip the next stitch. In the next stitch, work 1 SC like this. Yarn over, skip the next stitch and in the next stitch, work 4 DCs, creating the third corner of the flower. 2, 3 and 4. The same way, after 4 DCs, chain 3, yarn over and work 4 more DCs in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3 and one more, 4. Third corner created, skip next stitch, into the next stitch work 1 SC, yarn over, skip next stitch, and into the next stitch here work the fourth corner also. So we are creating 4 DCs again here, 2, 3 and one more, 4 DCs, then chain 3 and then work 4 more DCs in the same stitch, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This creates the fourth corner of the flower as well. We have 2 stitches left. Skip 1 stitch, in the next stitch work 1 SC, then in this last chain of the first chain 3 work 1 slip stitch to join this round properly like this. So the flower is created here. I'll work one more round. This is optional. If you wish, you can work it. So I'll just be working 1 slip stitch all around for this round. So after having worked 1 slip stitch, I'm putting the marker to recognize this stitch, and then in the next stitch work 1 slip stitch, in the next stitch work 1 slip stitch. In this chain 3, slip 3 times, 2 and 3, then 4 slip stitches for 4 next upcoming DCs, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then 1 slip into the SC below here, then 4 slips for the next 4 DCs, three slips in the corner in the chain 3, and just like this we'll reach the marker. Just work 1 slip stitch into every stitch below. Then into the SC below 1 slip. This row is completely optional. If you don't wish, don't work it. I am working it to give a beautiful structure to the petals. It holds the petals, the corners and the petals on the edges in place, and also it makes it a little sturdy because I'm going to create a lumba out of it. It needs to be a little sturdy. So I'm working this round. You'll get to see the texture after you create it. Working my last petal here with the slip stitches. 4 slip stitches onto 4 DCs, then 3 slip stitches into the chain 3 spaces, and 1 slip stitch each time you cross an SC. So I've reached this marker. Now insert the hook into the very first stitch and work 1 slip like this. And here this flower is created. Nextly I'm changing the shade to pink. And we'll be working in this DC round now. Insert the hook around 1 DC on any side of the flower like this and take out this thread. Tie it well here. We'll be working the center portion of the flower on one side first around these DCs. So again, insert the hook from front to back to front around 1 DC, pull up a loop and chain 3. Yarn over, insert the hook around the next DC like this, yarn over, work a DC, 2, yarn over again, insert the hook from front to back to front around the next DC, work a DC like this, 3, again around the 4th DC, work the 4th DC with the pink shade like this, around the 5th DC, the DC is created, 5, 6, 7, we'll be creating 1 DC at the top of every DC, a total of 16 DCs in the end, 8, 9, just keep counting till you reach a number of 16, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, the last one here, 16. To join this round here, this is what we have created. Now insert the hook in the top 3rd chain, work a slip stitch. This joins this round. This kind of petal is created here in the center. Nextly, chain 1 and we are going to work one more round. At the top of every DC, we are going to work 1 SC little tightly. This is only for this side. So just insert the hook into every upcoming DC and work 1 SC into every DC. A total of 16 SCs have to be made. Just work 1 SC at the top of every DC below. Only on this side we are working this row of SCs, and then in this, at the top of this first SC, insert the hook and work a slip stitch when you reach the end of this round like this. So the slip stitch joins this round. This is what we have created on this side. We'll be putting a bead here. Keep the thread a little longer here, then secure the knot and cut the extra thread, keeping the tail a little longer like this. This SC round we only made on this side. This is what we have created. On this side we'll create the same thing. I'm changing the shade to blue. Take the blue yarn and we'll be working around these red strands. So I have inserted this blue thread around the red one. Insert, these are the red loops around which we'll be working. Nextly, take out the loop and work chain 3 here. Yarn over, insert the hook around the next loop, next red loop, pull up the loop, yarn over, work the second DC, 2, around every loop we'll be working a DC here, 3, insert the hook under the next loop and work 1 DC, 4, again yarn over, insert the hook under the next red loop, 4, just keep counting and make sure that you grab both the strands of the red shade, in my case, or whichever is your color. in the center here. Just keep working 1 DC around these loops like this. And at the end of this round, we should have a total of 16 DCs made. Make sure that you grab both the strands of the yarn there. Last few stitches left. Grab every loop below and just work 1 DC at the top of it like this. And then to join this round, insert the hook in the first chain, top third chain, and work a slip stitch. This joins the round here. I've secured, then secure this thread as well here. Put a knot. So now we are going to work the strings of the beads here. I'm inserting this small bead. It's going to be residing at the bottom of the string. Now insert the other loose end as well into the needle here. So we have thread the needle with both the loose ends here like this, and then whatever beads you wish in whatever sequence, add them to your string here. I'm adding golden and white beads of my choice like this. 3 white, then 1 gold, then 3 white again. So this is one simple string of beads, and like this I have created 3 more with the same bead pattern, a total of 4, and 1 for the center I have made it a different way, but with the same procedure I have added the beads differently. So a total of 5 strings of beads. Next we are going to put this golden bead into the center. So with this thread that we had kept little longer at one end, I have thread my needle, and this is how I am putting the bead. Take it out on this side in the white section. Don't insert the needle in the blue one. We want to keep it clean. And on this side, and don't push this bead too much. It needs to be popped up. It looks good like that. And then on this side again, take another big bead or your decoration, put it in the center, take the thread out on the other side. Because we have the red thread, take it out on the red side. We'll be securing it there only. Keep the bead little popped out like this. It'll good to see it that way. Then I'm securing this thread here only in this red section. Work smaller stitches from the outside and longer stitches on the inside like this. And after securing this enough times, cut the extra thread. So this flower with the beads and this center portion is created. This is how it looks, and it will give a different color on both the sides. Nextly, I have thread my needle with the center string, and I'm going to put strings on these points. So first in this center, I'm putting this bead string. Just secure it here in this corner, working 1 or 2 knots, and then secure the thread here only in this flower. My thread is small, so I'm just securing it like this into this very flower. Cut the extra thread. So the center bead string is secured here, and we'll be putting 4 more strings. I'll see you then. So here I have added 4 more strings of beads on the points I already told. Now I have thread my needle with around 130 centimeters of this thread, a long one, and I'm securing one end of this thread at this top corner of this flower here, as I'll be putting a few decoration beads here, and then we'll be working the loop for the lumba and we'll be crocheting chains then. So just adding my decoration, 3 golden beads would work here atop this flower. And to secure these golden beads in place, I'm going to work a few knots, 3 or 4 will do, atop this golden bead. When you find the knot thick enough for the bead, just stop then. It will just keep the beads in place. And now work a slip knot as I'm showing you, as close as possible towards the top bead like this, and then work chains till you reach a length of around 30 centimeters, 15 centimeters on one side. So I have created the enough length, 30 centimeters. I'm securing this thread like this. Now thread the needle with this loose end and we'll secure it here only in this, at the top of this top bead, in this knot here. So the loop will be secured well here only. Just work a few tight knots to secure this loose end here. And then I'm securing this loose end into the beads. Cut the extra thread, any, and our beautiful lumba is created. See how rich and beautiful it looks. Add colors of your choice, decoration that you wish, and it will definitely come up awesome. Please do subscribe to my channel for more beautiful ideas of crochet like this. Have fun. Happy Rakshabandhan.